Now, when you eat food, you take on parasite eggs. You just do. They're in all vegetables. All of them. Through the process of osmosis, when all those parasite eggs are in the soil and you water the garden, the eggs get into the plant through the process of osmosis, and you consume them when you eat a salad. The reason they hatch is because when they make salad dressing, they use propa-alcohol, food-grade propa-alcohol. They wash the huge tank out today, and tomorrow they make honey mustard, and they don't clean the propa-alcohol out of the tank properly. And so they mix the new salad dressing with propa-alcohol. That breaks down the shell of the egg, and when it gets in your gut, it hatches. Now it gets into your bloodstream because it's a really, really small little organism, and it's got a problem. There are these things called T cells going to devour them. And this one little bug had a friend, Pete, and he's already in that T cell screaming for his life. I mean, I can imagine the terror. And for some reason, as an example, your pancreas houses wood alcohol. When it houses wood alcohol to save you from it, that little parasite can feel the vibration and goes there for safety to see if it is safe, and lo and behold, it is. T cells can't go close to wood alcohol. And so it gets in there and it starts to grow up, and all kinds of others get in there and they have a great time and they drop their feces in there. The feces attracts another virus that lives in it, and mold, which grows a little. And up to this point, I've only had 2 failures in 5 years. 2 failures in 5 years, and I'm still working with both of them. And I tell you, it's a deworming program. When they get into your thymus, do you know what happens? Your thymus starts to shut down. It disturbs the quantity and quality of acid in your stomach, and as a result of that, you come down with Epstein-Barr, chronic fatigue syndrome, or candida. The mold now grows in your stomach because the acid isn't strong enough to kill it, and so the fruits you eat, here you've got a new problem. You're developing warts and all kinds of other things, and it's a mold problem. When you've got flukes in your thymus, you develop chronic fatigue and Epstein-Barr. I do not make money on it. I do not sell it. It's a freedom of speech issue. All I sell are the support things around it. There are all kinds of things I've discovered that go with this. There's eye drops for those people that can't read and need glasses. If you get yourself a small amount of Clairvestan, which is an eye drop, and I think they've got some over there, you wind up rebuilding your eyeballs. I went to a man who needed deworming badly because he had bad breath, and he is an eye specialist, and he just laughed at me until he was doing an exam in the state that I live in on a woman, and a worm swam through. These parasites do not stay in one spot. They travel all over. They're small, they're microscopic, and you know what? Just in the tapeworm variety, there are 700 varieties. Just in that one grouping. If you're loaded with parasites, you're going to go bald, because certain parasites get into your scalp, and there they shut down the hair follicles with their feces. And folks, when I dewormed, that's how I grew this hair back. You know how many men have grown their hair back because they dewormed and now they're doing their stuff? You'd just be amazed. The hair just starts to grow back. I'm telling you folks, this is big stuff. And now the FDA is on to us. They now know what the water will do. They now know what all this stuff is due, so they're prescriptionalizing everything. You will not be able to buy, you will not be able to hear me probably after February the 13th or so, or March the 15th this year. Nobody will be able to stand up here and talk like I'm talking right now, because the FDA is shutting it all down with a new program they put in motion that is a labeling issue, and they're taking all colloids off the market. So we're dropping it into drinking water standards. That means I can sell drinking water. You'll still be able to buy the product, but I will never again be able to stand up and talk about it. Communism is here. We have not done anything about it, and if you want to do something about it, you better start doing something now, because this is a major issue. This means you cannot go to the health food store and read a damn thing about what you're buying. Nothing. You can't read about it. You can't walk in and buy colloidal silver in a store that does wonders for you. And the way they put it down, some 75-year-old woman, when she was 13 years old, said she drank some colloidal silver and turned blue. No one in the history of anything has ever turned blue from it. A few of them, when they were drinking a poison, which wasn't colloidal silver, it was silver nitrate, they turned gray. But the point is they're not, the FDA doesn't care. They've got you where they want you, you're not doing anything, and so they're shutting everything down. I've done the absolute best I can, folks, and I tell you right